Okay, and welcome to Stanford Twin Rinks Arena, Stamford, Connecticut, home of the 2010 Mid-Fairfield Rangers. They are set to take off against the 2010 Middlesex Islanders. And we'll get going in just about 45 seconds from here. So in net, for this second game will be Chris Faich. The first game ended in a 1-1 tie, and Joe Vellante was in goal for the first game. Played an outstanding game between the pipes. So Chris Faich will hope to match his goalie partner today. And Mid-Fairfield in the three-game set has a loss and a tie, so they're going to be looking to get on the board in the win column. So hopefully we can do that. I know still recuperating at home, we have Yanni Amalafis who's at home. And so we wish him a speedy recovery, which I know he'll be back with us soon. So hopefully the boys can get a win for him. And all right, the buzzer's sounded, and we'll be ready to go. So on the bench, on the Mid-Fairfield bench today, we've got a special treat. We've got, of course, the incomparable Coach Letty, who's on there, but he's joined by Ryan Haggerty and also Gary Zegras as assistant coaches. So Mid-Fairfield will have the Mid-Fairfield Brain Trust behind the bench. And I know on camera we have Mr. Scranton, and over in the penalty box, I think, is Mr. Correa, and also Mr. Vartanian is over there as well. I think the DJ mix, however, is Mr. Correa. So Mr. Scranton's going to get you a shot of the dynamic duo over there. DJ Steve spinning the hot tracks. And we've got Coach Letty over there, Coach Zegras, and Coach Haggerty. And it looks like we're going to get ready to go here shortly. So last two games have been a little bit challenging offensively for Mid-Fairfield. After plenty of scoring the previous couple of weekends, it's kind of dried up a little bit here. So Mid-Fairfield hopes to break in early and often in the scoring column. And so I think, so who do we got here? So the Islanders are just picking up the pucks right now. And as we mentioned on the first broadcast, both teams are pretty familiar with each other. EHF, it goes back many, many years, the EHF League. Boys have seen quite a bit of each other. Not as much lately with Mid-Fairfield and the NE Pack, but they do still see Middlesex Islanders from time to time. So it looks like we're about ready to get going here. So as I said, we've got Faich in net. Out on defense, we've got Matty Caccaro, Vinny Zhu. And up front, we have Braden Heckel, and he is surrounded by Kai Scranton and Paul Vartanian. So that'll be your starting lineup.
Yeah, they do this on the face-off. It's a specific play.
Okay, so Coach Scranton is, Mr. Scranton is telling me that they move up their defensemen up to wing and have their forwards back on D. This is the first time I've seen this. A little bit of confusion, but with all that, a win by the Islanders on the face-off. And right into the Mid-Fairfield zone, but an over-eager Islander about a step ahead and forces the offside, so it'll come out just over the blue line into the neutral zone. So coach will run with the same group. Heckel at the face-off. Win by Mid-Fairfield, skips by Caccaro. Kakaro hounded by an Islander player, but gets it over to Zoo. Zoo tried to get to Vartanian, unable to connect. Puck's loose. Out to the Islander defenseman, up to their winger. Vartanian with the steal off the boards. But again, back into the mid-Fairfield zone it goes. Mid-Fairfield tries to get it out, skips off the defenseman's stick, and Scranton picks up the loose change. And good poke check by the Islander player, but Vartanian's there to drive it behind the Islander net. Islanders look to break out. Steal by Scranton, who goes into the slot, tries to get it over to Ludke, unable to get the puck over there, and the puck's turned over in the slot, and here come the Islanders. And there's that weird angle we were talking about. You've got to watch that Zamboni door down by Faitch, take some odd angles. Puck over to Hannah. Shot, and it's over the goalie's shoulder. O'Neill now up with it, shot off the pads. Mid-Fairfield just looking to keep it in there. Lutke and Ruff trying to keep it in, unable to do so. Yoon gets it over to O'Neill. O'Neill drops it in on net. It's sticked aside, and Ruff gives chase. Ruff behind the net, tries to get it to Ludke. And loose is Ludke out in front, and the goalie covers up. 13-16 left to play in the first half, or first period. So coach is going to bring out some fresh troops. He's got Schwartz and Klingenstein out there back on D. Correa at center. Johnston and Beck. Beck up with it over to Johnston. Doesn't get a full stick on it, but still battle up in front. Islanders come out with it. Klingenstein gives chase. He's got Schwartz over there. Schwartz looks up ice. Dumps it on the Islanders in the Islanders zone. Schwartz backs up with it, but it skips over his stick. Klingenstein's got to fly back and get there before the oncoming Islander player gets there. Schwartz now picks up the puck. Gets it to Correa, who drives it into the Islander corner. Johnston on the forecheck. Beck forces him to retreat. Beck's now up with the puck. Tried to get it into a streaking Correa, but unable to connect. Johnston now with the puck over to Schwartz. And Fairfield gets on side. He's got Correa there. Correa with a shot, but it's off of the Islanders' stick and into the netting. So at 12:17 left in the first period, we'll go for a face-off. Mr. Scranton is in rare form already. Okay, so we've got Zoo and Kakaro out on D. Heckel as the center with Vartanian over his shoulder, and Scranton tied up by the Islander players. They retreat with the puck, try to break it out. Kakaro thought about pinching in, then wisely decided against it. Puck turned over in the neutral zone, but Scranton there to pick up. Tries getting it to Heckel. Heckel kicks it off his feet. Zoo there to collect. Gets it to Kakaro. Kakaro cross ice. A little bit too much on the saucer pass to Heckel. Islanders looking to break out. Pass over on the blue line, just a little too much. Kakaro with a good check. Feathers the puck over to Vartanian, tries to get it out. Islanders drive it back in, but here's Zoo now. The pass up to Scranton. Scranton's got one man to beat. Nice poke check by the Islander player. Puck still loose, but mid-Fairfield comes up with it. Heckel out to Zoo. Zoo surveys, tries to get a shooting lane. Bounces off the Islander winger. Puck whistles around the boards, and only Zoo's there to pick it up. Zoo tries to fire, but unable to do so, and here come the Islanders. Bounding puck that Fate just got a field. So at 11:03 left in the first period, we're still scoreless here. So coach changes up. He's got Ruff out there with Hannah and Ludke. Yoon and O'Neill out on D. Puck goes out to the Islanders. Ludke challenges. Islanders just looking to get things settled down. Puck driven behind Fage, and Ruff gives chase. Nice use of his hip as Lucas Ruff free the puck, but Islanders back up with it again. Here comes Yoon now. Unfortunately, hands it over to the Islanders. There's turnover, but Hanna with the steal. So here comes Ludke and Hanna dancing at center ice. Hanna drives the puck in. He's got Ruff there who tries to chip at the puck. Islanders back up with it again. Both teams struggling to maintain any type of coherent possession. And the Islanders break out 3-on-2, cross center ice, and again, over-eager Islander player just a step too early and causes an offside. 10:14 left in the first period. So Correa will come out at center with Beck and Johnston. Klingenstein and Shores out on D. Correa gets real low to the ice. Ref loses patience, but then throws the puck down. Okay. And the Islanders win again. Throws the puck behind Fage. Wins out to the blue line. Mid-Fairfield just throwing it back and forth, just trying to settle the puck down. Schwartz is hammered into the boards. Klingenstein now with the puck. Tries to get it out to Johnston, does. Long pass, cross ice to Beck. Beck gets it to Correa. Correa's got Schwartz in tow, but unable to settle the puck down. Schwartz had pinched in, but Mid-Fairfield just unable to connect on that pass. Johnston now up with the puck, circles around the neutral zone, waiting for everyone to get on side. Throws the puck into the corner. Correa now with the forecheck. So Johnston now up with it, over to Schwartz. Schwartz thinks about shooting, gives it over to Klingenstein. Big shot off the Islanders' leg. Klingenstein with a booming shot. Johnston now with the puck, splits the defenders. Over to Correa. Puck still loose, and here come the Islanders. Shot off of Schwartz's leg, so blocked there by Jack Schwartz. Out to the face-off circle, and just a little high. Mid-Fairfield just struggling to get it out again. Klingenstein retreats into the corner after the puck, hits the brakes. Throws it high up into the air. It's a nice play by Klingenstein, but Johnston's unable to field it, and it stays in. Johnston desperately trying to kick the puck out. Along with Correa, Islanders with the puck. Schwartz gives chase and forces puck out of the zone. Mid-Fairfield goes for a shift change. They're going to have to hustle here. Shot onto Fage that scoops it up like a shortstop and closes out that shift. 9:07 left in the first period. Chris Fage didn't play much baseball, only 2 or 3 years, but he was a catcher, but apparently he always wanted to be an infielder. So Heckel out at the center position, win by the Islanders, but Mid-Fairfield steals the puck as Vartanian, but it skips off a Scranton stick. Heckel is there, drives the puck into the corner. Puck again turned over, and Zoo collects. Zoo chips it off the glass. Unable to connect to Heckel. And the Islanders retreat into their own zone. Turnover again by the Islanders, trying to get it to Heckel. Both teams just struggling to get those passing down here. Vartanian up into the corner. Puck is out to Kakaro, who's got Zoo. Zoo takes a shot, and it's blockered into the corner. And here come the Islanders into the neutral zone. Zoo and Heckel in pursuit. Puck is loose out in front on the corner, on the side of Fage. Vartanian throws it around the boards, but Islanders are there to pick it up into the slot. Oh, the Islanders had thrown it out to their defenseman who had been retreating to go for a shift change. So it goes out of the Mid-Fairfield zone. Mid-Fairfield living a little dangerously right there. Mid-Fairfield goes down in a heap. A couple of players into the slot. Zoo rides out his winger and unable to even take a shot on Feach because of Zoo's stellar defensive effort. Weird angle right in front of Feach, who's able to cover it up. Again, another example where that Zamboni door, the bounces are not true off of that door, and they took a weird angle onto Feach, who's able to glove it. That one was for Mr. Scranton. So Hannah at the center position, win by Mid-Fairfield. Yoon throws it around the boards, and it's forced out of the zone. But Ruff had overskated it a little bit. Puck turned over to Yoon. With Lutke's there to help him out, but Islanders winning all those 50-50 pucks. O'Neill finally gets to settle it down a little bit, tries to, but turns it over, and here come the Islanders. Hannah with a nice play to free the puck from the Islander player temporarily, but out to the Islander defenseman who just throws it right back in. They had somebody open in front of Feach in a second. Feach tries to get a blocker over, and I think he might have tipped it. Mid-Fairfield just unable to get it out of their zone. Taking too long with the puck. It was an Islander player right in front of Feach by himself. Good shift out of the Islanders here. Right in front of Feach, and it's in. Mid-Fairfield just living dangerously, not getting the puck out. And a pass over to an open winger from the Islanders. And the Islanders go up 1-0. So Correa at center with Johnston and Beck. Klingenstein and Schwarz there. Win by Mid-Fairfield. Klingenstein over to Schwarz. Gets it to Johnston. Over to Correa. Cross center ice. And it's dumped behind the Islander goalkeeper. And Klingenstein loses his stick. And now Islanders are going to have a 2-on-1 on Feach. Nice play by Schwarz, getting a leg down, blocking the pass. Out to the Islander defenseman. Big shot, saved by Feach. So Feach, I guess, must have gotten the puck stuck under his pads, and it looked like Klingenstein had an opportunity to kick it out. So Mid-Fairfield is avoiding disaster there. Big shot, booming shot from the Islander defenseman. And Feach just managed to get a piece of it, and then Klingenstein, it looked like he kicked it over into the corner. So Mid-Fairfield back on their heels a little bit here. So win by Mid-Fairfield. Coccaro tries to feed Lutke. Heckel flying down there. Heckel gets a shot. I don't know how he did that, but Heckel managed to get a shot. He stole the puck from the Islander player. Mid-Fairfield's desperate to get some shots on this Islander goalkeeper. Scranton now out in front to Zoo. Zoo throws the puck on net, but just hits a player. Cross-ice pass Coccaro that skips out. Coccaro retreats, but he's hounded by an Islander player. Lutke now up with it over to Zoo, who skates in. Tries to leave it for Scranton, unable to connect. Scranton now with the puck. Scranton hits the brakes. Over to Coccaro, back to Scranton. Scranton with a shot, and it's into the stomach of the Islander goalkeeper. 3:44 left in the first period. Mid-Fairfield down here 1-0 to the Middlesex Islanders. So coach puts Hannah out there with Vartanian and Ruff. Yoon and O'Neal out on D. Win by the Islanders. Puck's thrown out wildly, but O'Neal is there, who chips it back in. Nice play by Ruff to tip the puck. Hannah's there now, who looks to set up shop. Hannah out in front with the puck, but unable to get it through, and the Islanders with the steal. Throw it high up in the air, and you now down with it, throws it back in the Islander zone. Hannah forcing the Islanders back into their own zone with a forecheck. Ruff now with a steal, but only the Islanders are there to pick up the loose change. Puck thrown behind Feach, and that's going to be an icing. Just about a foot or two before the center line, and Mid-Fairfield will have a face-off in the Islanders zone. 2:58 left in the first period. Correa at center along with Beck. And it looks like Johnston out there with Schwarz and Klingenstein. So win by Mid-Fairfield, but Islanders have the puck, and it scoops out of their zone. Klingenstein forced to retreat over to Schwarz. Schwarz trying to connect to Correa, but it's stolen. Klingenstein's back there. Puck turned over. Beck tries to steal it, overskates it a little bit. Doesn't see where the puck went. And Schwarz collects the puck, dumps it into the Islander corner. Islanders look to break out. The Islander player gets by Klingenstein, but he thinks better of it, stops, hits the brakes, and Feach is able to cover up. Islander player thought better of it. It was about a 6-inch gap in the height with Klingenstein. Thought better of challenging him with his shoulder. Just hit the brakes and turned and shot on Feach. Feach is able to cover up. 1:58 left in the first period. So Scranton at the center position. Tied up. Islanders win. Feach tries to stick it to side, unable to do so. Coccaro now gives chase. Coccaro in the corner. Shot, and it's off a couple of players, and here comes Scranton. He's got one guy to beat. He's got two other players in tow. Heckel now with a shot. Unable to do anything with it, but he's got Scranton there still with the puck. Scranton finally turns it over to a couple of Islander players. Mid-Fairfield with a golden scoring chance right there. Mid-Fairfield dumps right in, and the goalkeeper decides to freeze the puck here. 1:19 left in the first period. Islanders up 1-0 over Mid-Fairfield. So Ludke and Hannah and Vartanian will come out. We've got Yoon and O'Neal out on D. So win by Hannah over to O'Neal, who tries throwing a shot, but it's blocked by the Islanders. Chipped out, Yoon pinches in, dumps it back into the Islanders zone. Still off into the corner. Vartanian sneaks in to try to help out Ludke. Puck's still loose. O'Neal pinches in to force the issue, and the Islanders just throw it back out again. Yoon now on his horse trying to collect. Oh, puck turned over, but Yoon luckily there able to collect the pass, but turned over again by Mid-Fairfield. Stop behind Feach. They're out in front. And I believe it went off the side of the net. Bounding puck is Hannah Fields. He's got Ludke. Ludke tries to get around the defenseman, does. He had Vartanian there for a second, but thinks better of it. He's got Vartanian out in front. Oh, tried to connect to Correa, unable to get that pass down in time. And here come the Islanders. They race out. Couple of players going at it. And that's it, folks. So at the end of one, it's the Middlesex Islanders 1, Mid-Fairfield 0, and we'll bring you the second period in just a minute. Okay, and welcome back. We'll start the second period right here. So Faitch goes over to his new net. So Correa at the center position. He's got Beck out there with Johnston, Klingenstein, and Schwarz out on D. Mid-Fairfield just really struggling to put any shots on the Islander goalkeeper. So they'll look to break into the scoring column. Win by Correa over to Klingenstein, over to Schwarz, who tries to thread the needle, but unable to do so, and the Islanders drive it in. Now back out to the neutral zone. Dumped in on Faitch. Faitch tries to field it with his stick because it came bounding out in front of him. Johnston wisely turns, fires the puck over to Klingenstein. Klingenstein looks up, tries to get it to Beck high up in the air, and a lucky fan with a souvenir pushes it back on the ice. Thank you to Mr. Zoo. So Scranton at the center position. He's got Heckel out there with Ruff. Caccaro and Zoo out on D. Win by Mid-Fairfield. Caccaro circles around, surveys the landscape, skates by a player, dumps it in, stick to the side, into the netting. So Mid-Fairfield will have a face-off. .419 left in the second period. So coach will run with the same group here. He's got Scranton at the center position. Ruff goes over the shoulder. Loose out in front, but only Islander players there. They try to break it out. Turnover. Scranton's there. Bangs it hard up on the boards, but only an Islander player is there. The puck was turned over temporarily. Oh, and they're going to go off here. Mid-Fairfield is. So the Islanders were forcing the issue, had chipped the puck up into the air, and Vinny Zoo was, the player went around him, and he had to throw a knee out, try to prevent a full breakaway. So at 13:59, Mid-Fairfield's going to go on the penalty kill here. Hannah at center, but win by the Islanders out to the blue line, over Faitch's head out in front. Saved by Faitch, whacked at it again, loose out in front of Faitch, and he's able to cover it up. So the Islanders with two scoring opportunities right there, and Faitch is able to turn the first one away and then glove the second one, stop play. So coach switches it out. He's got Correa at center with Klingenstein and Heckel, and Correa out there as his penalty killers out to the Islander blue line. Mid-Fairfield trying to force them further out. Cross-ice pass out to the point. Oh, Heckel went for the steal there. Mid-Fairfield forcing the issue is Correa. Correa gets a stick on it, trying to just swing wildly to get it out. He's got Shores out there as well. Turnover. Oh, Shores with a nice play to drive the puck out of the mid-Fairfield zone. Mid-Fairfield going for a shift change, and the Islanders forcing the issue here. But luckily, Coccaro there with a key check to stop the play, but Islanders gain the zone. They look to set up shop now. Klingenstein in pursuit. Klingenstein with a big hit. Gets a stick down out in front of Faitch, who's able to throw his blocker out there and just tap the puck. Klingenstein still trying to use his stick, and here comes Scranton. Oh, he's got Ruff loose, and here comes Lucas Ruff right in front of the goalie, backhand. No, and the goalie makes a great save to keep it out. Coccaro pushes it over. Another shot off the Islander player. Scranton with a big shot. Beck and Johnston now in the corner, along with Vartanian. Vartanian backs out a little. Still a scrum in the corner. Puck's loose. Islanders, oh, it got stuck in the corner in that Zamboni door again. Islanders just throw it out. Shores unable to keep it in the zone and causes an offside on mid-Fairfield. So 9:47 left in the second period. Islanders are up 1-0 over mid-Fairfield. Coach will run with the same group here. Klingenstein and Shores on D. Sorry, Hannah out at center with Ludke and Correa now. Hannah with a scrum. Gets the puck to Ludke. Ludke gets in, hits the brakes, circles around. Nice pass, but unable to connect to Hannah. He's got Klingenstein out on the point. Klingenstein with a shot. And it's loose out in front, but only Islanders are there. Islanders look to break out. Klingenstein now with player gets a partial stick on it. Puck still loose over in the corner. Both teams fighting for possession. The Islanders come up with it out to their own defenseman. Shot that's blocked. Faitch with a kick save over into the corner. And here comes Ludke. He leaves it for Klingenstein, who enters the zone. Klingenstein now leaves the puck, unable to get it to one of his wingers. Shores makes a nice defensive effort to hold up the puck until his line mates enter. So puck bounds over Correa's stick, who just sends it in through Ludke over into the corner. Hannah now gives chase. And the Islanders throw it high up into the air. Bounding puck, Coccaro fields it cleanly, but he's hounded by a Islander over to Shores. Puck's intercepted, but mid-Fairfield there with the pick now. Ludke now with it. Tries to get it to Heckel, but the puck goes around the corner. Yoon pinches in to try to keep it in. Unable to do so, Coccaro's going to have to fly back and retrieve the puck in front of Faitch. Rolling puck, and it's turned over right in front of Faitch. And over Faitch's shoulder. Puck was turned over right at the face-off circle. 9:05 left in the second period. Mid-Fairfield now down 2-0. So mid-Fairfield digging itself a big hole here, down 2-0 to the Islanders. Islanders are a stout defensive team. They've got their work cut out for them. Here comes Lucas Ruff, though, that races in. Unable to get a shot on. O'Neill now pinches in, tries to keep the puck in. Lucas Ruff flying around the ice, leaves it for Zoo, who pinches in. Zoo again keeps the puck alive, out in front, and Heckel unable to get it on net. Mid-Fairfield just unable to get any quality shots on net. And here comes, Faitch is going to have to come out and field this, and he does. drives it out of the zone. Scranton now with a long pass, and that's going to be an icing on Mid-Fairfield. So Correa at center with Beck and Johnston, I believe. Yep. And Schwartz is out there with Klingenstein. Out to the Islanders defenseman. Saved by Fage. Islanders in control of this puck here. Cross-ice pass. Mid-Fairfield just unable to get anything going offensively here. Islanders still with the puck, just closing in on Fage. Out to the blue line, shot. It's off of a player. And here comes Johnston, who tries to feed it up to Beck. Beck unable to get a handle on it and just throws it out of his zone. Some of the Mid-Fairfield players getting frustrated. Beck throws it out. A steal by Correa, who leaves it for Beck. Beck across center ice. Tries to skate it in, but he's tripped and hauls down another Islander player with him. So at 5:58, Mid-Fairfield's going to have to try to get on the board via the power play. So Scranton at the center position with Johnston and Hanna, Ludke and Heckel out there on D. Win by Mid-Fairfield by Scranton, pushes it out to Heckel. Heckel at the top, leaves it back up to Heckel. Shot off the player's leg, and nice block by the Islanders, but Heckel with a better play to keep it in. Johnston keeps it alive. Out to Hanna, out to Heckel. Heckel now back to Hanna. Shot, misses the net. Ludke tries to keep it in and does. Ludke back over to Heckel up at the point. Oh, tried to connect to Scranton, just a little bit too hard. Back to Heckel. Heckel back to Hanna. Shot. Oh, out in front. They can't get the puck. It's too much on the side. Heckel now with a big shot, but again, right into the stomach of the Islander goalkeeper. Mid-Fairfield. Right now, the Islander goalies seem like they have a magnet to that stomach. All the shots are going right in there. Goalies will take that all day. So coach brings out the secondary power play unit. He's got Scranton. Sorry, just changed out a few players. He's got Ludke still out there with Scranton. Ludke skating up at the blue line. Puts it into the corner to Johnston. Johnston bobs and weaves around. Back out, still puck out to Ludke, sorry. Mid-Fairfield unable to get anything going here. And the Islanders player causes a turnover, causes the puck to come out, but Johnston's there for the steal, leaves it for Hanna. Mid-Fairfield back in the zone. Mid-Fairfield just is unable to connect on anything here. Credit the Islanders. They're getting their sticks down. The penalty's expired. Puck out to Hanna, who gives it to Ludke. Big shot and a save by the Islander goalkeeper off his blocker, and the Islanders just throw it out there. Islanders are getting sticks down and blocking all these shots from Mid-Fairfield. Mid-Fairfield just struggling to complete one pass here. Zoo now in a scrum along with Heckel. Heckel chops it over to Ludke, who gets it back to Heckel. Just can't handle it on his stick, but Heckel now gains control. Heckel's surrounded by 2 or 3 Islander players. Leave it for Kakaro. Shot and right into the stomach of the Islanders goalkeeper. 3:30 left to play. Mid-Fairfield is down in a hole right now, down 2. 2-0. Mid-Fairfield's still struggling to put anything into the net. Correa back at center. He's got Vartanian and Beck out there with Kakaro and Zoo. Win by Mid-Fairfield. Vartanian with the steal. Vartanian throws it back to Kakaro, but he had vacated the area. So Kakaro has to retreat, get the puck out to Zoo. Zoo across center ice, dumps it in. Oh, weird angle off of that Zamboni door and come out in front of the goalkeeper, but nobody but the Islanders were there, unfortunately. Mid-Fairfield back with the steal out to Kakaro, who pinches up. Kakaro puts a shot on, deflects, but over the net. Islanders throw it out, but Correa with the steal and a shot. Beck now with it, turns it over to Vartanian. Vartanian now into the corner, leaves it for Beck, who throws it out to Kakaro. Kakaro leaves it back for Beck. Beck now with some nifty skating out in front. Kakaro pitches in off the goalkeeper, and Mid-Fairfield finally gets on the board. And I believe that was Cullen Correa is able to tap it in. So hopefully the dam is broken there with Mid-Fairfield finally getting a greasy goal out in front. 2:35 to cut the lead in half. So 2:35 left in the second. Hannah is very good at tying up those players at the face-off circle. Ludke able to drive it back into the corner. O'Neill pinches up, try to keep the puck in. Ludke was lining up the player. Puck comes out. Feach comes out just enough to knock it out, but Islanders back up with the puck. And Feach is able to knock it off. Oh, loose out in front. And I think that was Leo Yoon who swept it away. Feach had come out to make the save, made the initial save, but the puck squirted over. Leo Yoon with a timely stick to throw it off into the corner. And there's going to be an offside on Mid-Fairfield. 1:53 left. Feach had driven the puck enough to get it past the face-off circle, but only Islander players were there, so it set them up for a booming shot in the slot. So Scranton at the face-off with a win. Heckel gets it to Klingenstein, who throws it into the corner. Mid-Fairfield gives chase. Puck goes off of Mid-Fairfield's stick. Klingenstein forced to retreat. He's hounded by a couple of Islander players. Doesn't get full stick on it and turns it over at the face-off. Islanders back up with the puck. Loose out at the face-off. Good poke check by Mid-Fairfield to force it out of the zone. 1:24 left. Turnover to Scranton. Scranton steals it. Oh, he had Heckel there for his second. Just couldn't get it around, and now there's a breakaway the other way. Klingenstein gets back in time. Shot, but it's wide. So some up and down action here. Steal by the Islanders. Shot high off of Feach. Players, this line is getting tired. Lots of people standing around. Schwartz goes in the corner. Mid-Fairfield just trying to get it out and settle it down. Turnover in the neutral zone. But Scranton there sweeping the puck away to drive the Islanders back into their own zone. 40 seconds left. Puck's thrown out. The Islanders are going to have a 3-on-2. Klingenstein gets a stick on it. Saved by Feach. Another... Oh, beautiful steal by Paul Vartanian. He's across the blue line. 2 Mid-Fairfield players in tow. Unable to get a quality shot off. The puck just dribbled by. He had 2 Mid-Fairfield players there. So some tremendous up and down action, but Mid-Fairfield misses a golden scoring chance right there. 3 players bearing down on the Islanders goalkeeper, and to his credit, he stood tall. So 16 seconds left, Correa at center with Vartanian and Beck, Kakaro and Zoo out on D. Kakaro ties them up, but the Islander players win. And here they come. Dump it in behind Faitch. 9 seconds left. Kakaro gives chase. Kakaro gets a stick on it. 3 seconds. And that'll be it. So Mid-Fairfield gets on the board, but still has 1 goal to go. We'll see in the third. Okay, and welcome back. And we'll bring you the third period. Lots of up and down action in that last minute or so of the second period. Mid-Fairfield finally breaking through with Colin Correa swatting one in. And Correa gets the start at center. He's got Vartanian and Beck up there with Zoo and Kakaro. Win by the Islanders. Kakaro now retreats into his own zone. Spins around, but throws it out to the Islander players. And the puck tips off of an Islander player into the Mid-Fairfield bench. Chris's goalie partner, Joe, fields the puck. But they're going to say it's a face-off to Faitch's right. So the ref kind of pushing Correa back a little bit. So win by the Islanders. Right out in front of Faitch. Islanders had a play up there for a second. Out to the blue line. Shot, kick save by Faitch. Behind him. Islanders keep it in. Throw it up into the corner. Correa and Yoon. Islanders with the steal, but turn it over to Kakaro. Kakaro cross-ice pass, but only the Islanders are there. Across center ice, throws it in. Zoo gives chase with Kakaro. Turnover off the weird angle, and Faitch is able to kick it to the side. So Faitch able to utilize those pads to keep this a 2-1 game so far. In Fairfield forecheck. Puck turned over to Kakaro. Kakaro circles around, looks cross ice, has Vartanian, but it skips off his skate. But Ludke's there. Ludke gets by his defenseman. Out in front. Oh, he had Vartanian there. Vartanian actually falls down on the puck. Puck is loose. And here come the Islanders. Kakaro with a good check. Frees the puck from the Islanders. O'Neill now back there. Overskates it. Here come the Islanders. Back up with the puck, but O'Neill there picks up the loose change. O'Neill hits the brakes, goes the other way, gets it to Kakaro. Mid-Fairfield just trying to get it out. Johnston's got to pinch up, get it off the board, and it's fielded, but a turnover. Temporarily, the Islanders recover the puck. Throw it back into the Mid-Fairfield zone, and that's going to be an icing. Just about a foot too early on the Islanders there. Causes an offside. 12:59 left in the third period. So Mid-Fairfield did get on the board, but still struggling to get anything going offensively here. Ruff, who's had a bunch of good shifts, is out there with Scranton and Heckel. Yoon and O'Neill out. Yoon throws a shot, and it hits off of Scranton. And here come the Islanders. They're going to have a 2-on-0. Yoon races back with Scranton. Oh, beautiful back check. Islanders still with the puck. Scranton and Yoon flying down the ice. The Islanders had a 2-on-0. They managed to catch them. But Mid-Fairfield still struggling to get it out of their zone. Islanders keep it in. Another save by Faitch. Another save by Faitch with his stick. Here's Faitch with a couple outstanding saves to keep it as a 2-1 deficit. And Faitch, it's loose out in front. And it goes in. So Mid-Fairfield just living dangerously here, unable to get it out of their zone. At 12:07 left, Mid-Fairfield down 3-1. So Correa back at center. Back to Schwartz, to Vartanian. Shot on the Islander goalkeeper. He's just able to stick aside. Beck causing the Islanders to retreat. Turnover to the Islanders, just to the side of Faitch, out in front. Puck lifted high up into the air, bounding puck, and Beck gives chase. Schwartz tries to field, unable to do so. Klingenstein's there, but the Islanders up with the puck. Oh, tried to get out to the Islander defenseman, but just misfires. Johnston with the forecheck. Stolen by Ludke. Ludke into the slot, bobbing and weaving. Islanders poke the puck away. Get it to Correa, who drives it into the corner. Johnston's there to Zoo. Zoo now winds up, just wild shot into the corner. Kakaro now tries to get it settled down. He's got Ludke there, but turns the puck over, and the Islanders break it out. Turnover in the neutral zone. Zoo drives it back, but there's going to be an offside on Mid-Fairfield. 10:32 left in the third period. Mid-Fairfield down 3-1 to the Islanders. Hanna at center with Johnston and Ludke. Zoo and Kakaro out there. Islanders easily breaking that press that they were trying. Mid-Fairfield was trying to press the puck. Turnover. Let's see who's going to go off here for cross check. So I believe that's going to be on the Islanders. So 10:17 left. Mid-Fairfield's going to have to get on the board here. Islanders go off for a cross check. So coach is going to bring out his number one power play unit. He's got Heckel out there with Scranton, Ludke, Ruff, and Hanna. Ruff at the center position. Mid-Fairfield wins it, but unable to gain full control. Hanna with the steal, gets it over to Scranton. Scranton now settles things down. Over to Heckel. Over to Hanna. Cross-ice pass to Scranton. Shot that's sticked aside. Ludke there gets it back out to Scranton. Scranton turns around, gets it out to Heckel. Heckel over to Hanna. Oh, they've had the goalie down, but the shot went wide and the puck skips loose. And here comes Heckel forcing the issue over to Hanna. Hanna just dumps it into the corner. He's got Ludke there. Back out to Hanna. 40 seconds left. Heckel now back to Hanna. Hanna pinches in over to Heckel. Big shot, and Braden Heckel! So I'm just trying to see if there was a tip in there. Braden Heckel definitely with the shot. But we'll have to see if there was a tip there. Mr. Scranton, could you see if there was a tip? All right, so we'll give that one to Braden, but nice work by Mid-Fairfield crashing the net. So 9:21, Mid-Fairfield's alive here again, cutting the lead in half. So Correa at center. And that should be an offside. So Vartanian exchanging pleasantries with one of the Islander players. He's laughing about it now, so it couldn't have been too bad. Win by Correa. Over to Zoo, to Kakaro. Kakaro tries to steal, pass, but it's stolen by the Islanders over the head of Faitch. And the Mid-Fairfield just throws it out, but now the Islanders throw it back in. Kakaro now hits the brakes. Tries to get the puck out to Beck, but turns it over. The Islanders with the puck out in front. But Mid-Fairfield getting his sticks down. Mid-Fairfield back on their heels, and Faitch with a glove save, but drops it. Back out to the Islander defenseman. They reload. Mid-Fairfield struggling here. Vartanian turns it over, shot onto Faitch, but to the near side. Beck races in to try to get the puck, but Islanders get there first. A scrum of players in the corner. Puck is still loose behind Faitch. Onto the side, unable to get it there. Zoo, I think, made a good defensive play. Vartanian just is able to throw it out into the neutral zone. Mid-Fairfield going for a shift change. Wisely decides against a full one. Cross-ice pass to Kakaro. Kakaro over to Vartanian. Vartanian into the zone, leaves it for Ludke. Throws it back to Vartanian. Tries to give and go with Ludke, but unable to do so. Puck turned over to Yoon. Bounding puck over to Ludke. Puck turned over again, but Yoon is there, but puck turned over again. Both teams exchanging turnovers. Puck on the side of the net. Hannah's now up with it, tries to feather it out and does. Oh, nice play by Ludke, and Johnston is out now. Oh, Johnston almost had a tip in there, a backhand. Nice play by Ludke to steal the puck and tip it to Johnston, but Johnston unable to just complete the deal. Puck thrown behind Faitch, and again, Islander players getting there first. Mid-Fairfield racing in. Puck doesn't get out of the zone. Islanders dump it back in again. Johnston trying to get it to Ludke. Unable to do so. It is at center ice. Ludke with a forecheck. But Johnston there with Ludke. Gets it over to Yoon, who dumps it back into the zone. Long pass. And that's going to be an icing on the Islanders. So 5:30 left. Mid-Fairfield trying to get the equalizer here. Definitely some tired legs out there right now. Scranton at the center position. He's got Heckel off his shoulder. Ruff is out there. Puck goes out to Klingenstein. Shot. It was loose for a second there, but the goalie's able to cover up his rebound. 5:19 left in the third period. So coach will reload with the same group here. Scranton at center. Win. Oh, and Klingenstein's unable to keep it in the zone, so Mid-Fairfield has to come out. Almost a turnover to Shores. Shores fortunately able to dump it back into the zone. Ruff gives chase. Now with Correa out to Schwarz. Scranton there with Schwarz and Ruff. Scranton tries to get it out to Ruff. Long pass. Cross ice pass. Klingenstein is there. Rides both players out. Oh, and Klingenstein's going to go off here. And that's, you don't want to. Oh, they're going to call Scranton on that. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that, folks. I thought they were going to call Klingenstein for that. But so Mid-Fairfield making their life a little bit more difficult here at 5:37. They've got to kill off a minute 30 of this power play to Scranton, or penalty kill to Scranton. Correa at the center position. So win by Mid-Fairfield. Kokaro up with it. Gets it to Correa. Is unable to handle it. Back into the neutral zone. Correa, though, with a nice play to pin it up against the boards. But here come the Islanders. They look to set up shop here. Back out to the Islanders. Out to the point. Shot. Out to the faceoff circle. Loses the handle on it. Back out to the point. To the top of the faceoff circle. Oh, weird angle. Some of the Mid-Fairfield players were able to stick it away. So was Faitch. Faitch is desperately trying to get a glove on it. And finally the ref calls it dead here. He's saying the net is off. So that is always a good sight for a goalie to see that net off and have the ref just blow it dead and get some new legs out there. 49 seconds in the penalty to Scranton. Heckel is out there at the center position with Vartanian, Klingenstein, and Beck. Win by the Islanders. Along the blue line they go. Shot. Veitch isn't able to secure it with his glove, but fortunately Vartanian was there, I believe, to sweep it away. Heckel now, along with Schwarz, along the boards, working that puck. Beck now comes in to help. Now here come the Islanders to the side of Faitch. Unable to get anything going here. Mid-Fairfield, I think, just looking for a breakaway opportunity here, but they've got to cover defensively. Out to the blue line. Goes by Beck. Give and go. Saved by Faitch. And he's able to cover it up with his glove. 4:09 left. 3 seconds left in the penalty to Scranton. So Hanna at the center position. He's got Kokaro and Vartanian and Johnston. Win by the Islanders out to their defensemen, but they lose control of it. Islanders are actually fortunate that's an offside there because Owen Hanna had a full head of steam and could have gone right by the Islander players with the puck. 4:05 left in the third period. Mid-Fairfield still down here by a goal. Correa at center with Vartanian and Beck. It's got Yoon and O'Neill out there. Win by the Islanders again. Seems to be a theme here. Yoon now has to get on his horse and get there. Throws it out, but the Islanders keep it in. Shot on Faitch, bounding puck, and he's able to knock it away. Oh, puck skips over the defenseman's stick from the Islanders. Throws it back in. Weird angle in front of Faitch again. O'Neill now with the puck, but he's hounded by an Islander player. You now just trying to settle it down. The Islanders won't let him, though. Out to their defenseman. Shot, and it was off of Yoon, I think, who now has the puck. Cross center ice. He's got Vartanian across. Hits the brakes. Leaves it for Correa, who pinches in. Correa with a shot off of the goalkeeper. Down loose out in front. Islanders just try to throw it out, but O'Neill unable to keep it in the zone. 3:02 left to play. Yoon all the way up to Vartanian, who lets it slide through. Mid-Fairfield gives chase. Puck into the mid-Fairfield zone. Just trying to connect. Zoo now looks up ice. He's got Lucas Ruff there. He's unable to connect to Heckel. Finally does. Heckel's got Zoo there as well. Heckel retreats. Slides it over to Kakaro. Out in front, he had Zoo there for a second. Zoo circles around with the puck into the corner, but turns it over. Play by Heckel to drive it in, but here come the Islanders again. Drop pass, unable to connect to anyone, but the Islanders are there to pick it up. Shot on to Feach, who's able to glove it against his chest. 2:12 left in the third period. So coach putting out some fresh legs here. He's got Klingenstein and Schwarz out there. Ludke, Hanna. Shot, it's off of Klingenstein into the corner. He's got Johnston out there as well. Klingenstein up into the corner with Hanna trying to free the puck. Gets it out, but out to the Islander defenseman. At the top of the faceoff circle, tries to pass it over, but I believe Hanna got a stick on it. Here comes Ludke now up with the puck, overskates it. Puck shoved back, and Schwarz is there. Fairfield just unable to even get it out of their zone. 130 turnover right in front of Feach is able to secure the puck. So mid-Fairfield with a little carelessness turns over the puck right at the faceoff circle, but Feach able to secure it. 126 and a timeout. So mid-Fairfield coach is just looking to settle down their team here. Sorry about that, folks. So, as we've said, we got 126 left. Mid-Fairfield's down by a goal. Right now, Mid-Fairfield stands with a loss and a tie so far in this three-game set. So, Feach goes back between the pipes, but you got to think as soon as Mid-Fairfield gains possession, Haggerty and Zegras and Letty will probably throw out an extra attacker. So Ruff at the center position. He's got Hanna there with Scranton. He's got Heckel out there with Ludke. Win by the Islanders. Shot way wide, and here comes Ludke up with the puck, but he's pinned into the corner. Islanders just able to get it every 50-50 puck. Scranton now up with it. Scranton kicks it over to Heckel. Heckel now up with the puck. Tries to get it to Ruff, unable to connect. So the ref blows an icing on that, even though it tipped off of Lucas Ruff's stick. So unfortunately for Mid-Fairfield, that means they can't pull the goalie and get that extra attacker. 1:03 left to play. So turned over, but Heckel's there, but he's hounded immediately. Ludke now up with the puck. Turns it over at center ice. But Ludke back up with it. Mid-Fairfield's pulled their goalie. They've got Scranton out there. Scranton out with the puck is just trying to get a shot, unable to do so. So Johnston comes and joins as Feach is off. Heckel now into the zone. Mid-Fairfield just looking to get set up. Johnston now out with the puck, gets it over to Hanna. Cross-ice pass to Ludke. Big shot. Unable to hit it. And there it goes the length of the ice. 25 seconds left. Scranton now overskates it temporarily, gets it up to Hanna. Hanna dumps it over to Ludke. Ludke behind the net to Johnston. Cross ice to Heckel. Heckel with a shot that goes off the Islanders' stick. 10 seconds left in the game. So Mid-Fairfield down 3-2 to the Islanders. Unable to get set up even with Feach pulled. Lucas Ruff at the center position. 10 seconds left. He's got Heckel out at the point with Scranton over his right shoulder. So players tie it up. It's Luke. So 5 seconds left. So Coach Letty calls Heckel over to the bench for a second. And that's going to be it, folks. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and that's it. So, folks, we'll see you next week at Mount St. Charles. Unfortunately, Mid-Fairfield goes down to defeat for the second time in 3 games to the Islanders. So we'll see you next time.